This week on Roommates.
Snow Honda forever.
Hashtag it for your friends.
Hi everyone, I'm Delai and this is Hutch, and we are,
Two huge dudes on a very small couch.
as we stated before, we are roommates. Welcome back. We have another tale of absurdity involving our neighbors who hate us. We've lived here for about how long? 2 years of absolute bliss. For the past 2 years, we've been in a bit of a passive-aggressive pissing contest with our neighbors across the street. When we moved in, nobody spoke to us. More than likely because this neighborhood is fairly aging and we are the younger people.
Not a single person brought us Jello.
Not one. No fruitcake. Nobody asked for a cup of sugar just to talk to us. The only thing we got were the neighbors in the back wanted to talk to us about Christianity.
No bagel basket.
Nothing. The only cool neighbor we have is Chris next door. Chris is amazing. The neighbors across the street are angry at us because we park sometimes our vehicles on the curb in front of our home. The street that we live on is a 3 or 4 wide street with open parking, as is most of Newcastle unless posted. They have a single car garage and a 1.5 car wide driveway, and they drive a Cadillac. They find it to be very hard to back out of their 1.5 car wide driveway with their Cadillac into a 4 wide street if we park our car all the way on our side of the street legally. We found out from Chris, because they wouldn't tell us directly, that, they had a cow about this. So we thought, okay, you know what? We'll only park out there when we have to. We'll park our cars in the back, in the garage, or in the back driveway whenever convenient. Well, that works out until the winter, when our entire alleyway turns into one giant, ice slick, and you can't get a 97 Honda Civic.
That's accurate.
Right, in the driveway in the back. I can barely get my truck back there. His vehicle had to be parked out front in the snow and in the ice for about, a week?
A couple days.
Couple days. In those couple days, we got a letter on his driver's side window saying, "We've lived here for 30 years. We're entitled to be here. You need to park your cars in the back. Most people on your side of the street park the cars in the back." He asked, "What are we going to do about this?" He found the note on his car. He asked, "What are we going to do about this?" I said, "I'll tell you what. You go to the gym. By the time you come back, I'll have formulated a plan." He went to the gym. Notice how puffy he is. By the time he came back, I said, "Put on your clothing, we're going outside." Now, it's about 3 degrees outside. It's midnight. I decide we're going to build a 2-scale replica of a Honda Civic using all of the snow out of our yard.
Here's a quick excerpt from that night when we're standing in the garage at 3 a.m.
Enjoy. Hi, we're roommates on location in our garage. Hutch, tell us why we're in our garage at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Because I found a note on my car.
Taped to his window. He's parked on open parking, legally. We're very, very legal here, legal-minded,
Cautious.
very law-abiding here.
We like to abide all the laws.
All of the laws. Please do not park directly blocking my driveway. Forward arrow. Cars, comma, vans, comma, delivery vehicles, no comma, can't back out safely, especially, actually spelled correctly, when snow and ice pile up, period. I've been here over 30 years. Arrow. Most people on your side park behind the house, or park up further, all one word, up further, so as not to block others, period. It's actually on nice paper. It's got kind of this silver foil job, looks very, Greek. Instead of being that passive-aggressive, you could knock on our door, as we are neighbors. We're neighborly guys. You could borrow sugar from us if you want.
I never got Jello.
The passive-aggressiveness of this letter actually led us to quite a genius idea. Now, they don't want our car out front. All right, no car. Fair enough. What powers do you have to combat the insanity, Hutch?
Like we said, we're on location.
The Snow Honda. This, by the way, is what our idea of comedy is. It's a 2-scale model of a Honda Civic. Notice the hubcaps. Very Honda-ish. And the sign on the window. What do we think, Hutch?
Snow Honda. Snow Honda for the win.
Now, how we actually built that Honda was we piled snow into plastic bins, packed it down into Lego blocks, and then flipped them over. Went around the perimeter, filled it in with snow, all the way up to the top, angled it with 2x4s. We then put hubcaps on it and stabbed the sign into where the front window would be of the Snow Honda.
In our defense, we're not artists, but that was the worst packing snow of all time.
Yeah, it was real light snow over ice. It was no good. When we got done with this project and we walked in the house, I said, we're going to see the cops. The cops will be coming over. I've done plenty of awful things to my neighbors in the past. We were basically going to say we had no idea how that happened. That some young rogue artists came by and did some kind of street performance art of some kind, and that's what happened. I went to work the next day. Snow Honda was there, no problem. Came home, Snow Honda was there. Next morning, Snow Honda is plowed over. The hubcaps that we had were gently set in the front yard. We saw no cops. We didn't hear from the city. So we're wondering what the heck is going on. Fast forward, I'm in Florida. I get a phone call from this guy who has spoken to our next door neighbor, Chris, who tells us the wonderful tale of what happened.
Chris not only said that it was the funniest thing he's ever seen living here, and he's lived here since 2000. Apparently he has relation to some of the police. He contacted, I believe it's his nephew, and his nephew came down, thought that it was funny. He was on patrol at the time, had the rest of the cops come down and check it out. They laughed. My girlfriend was leaving the morning after, and she said that there was like a family of 5 taking pictures. According to Chris, numerous people were taking pictures, and basically it was the best thing that ever happened on the North Hill, ever.
We had other stories from one of my coworkers. His sister lives a few blocks away. They were told to come down and take a look at it. We had families, the whole 9 yards. She called the police to have it knocked down. The police held it up for an entire 24-hour period so that all 3 shifts could come by, take pictures, take a look at it. And in every shift, nobody came over. No one said a word. We got no door knock. We had nothing hanging on our door. Snow Honda survived. And from what we're told, evidently, when they plowed the Snow Honda over back into our front yard, it took 2 swipes. Rest in peace, Snow Honda. Nomine Patris et Filius et Spiritus Sancti. One last thought before we go into the Snow Honda for Life tribute montage. We don't actually dislike our neighbors, and we're not white trash, and we're not frat boy idiots. We cut our grass, we trim our hedges, and our house is always very well maintained. Far more maintained than what you would assume any 32 and 25-year-old house would look like, sans teal carpet. I get that we are also being passive-aggressive by building the Snow Honda, but
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Allegedly.
While listening to Billy Joel's River of Dreams.
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The internet will get it. This is going to be an ongoing process. We're basically parking any car we can find on the front. So if anybody knows where we live, come park the biggest vehicle you have here. In fact, we may actually start renting it out to semi-tractor trailers. Snow Honda montage?
Snow Honda forever.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You were pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel.
It's got rims, for Christ's sake. My God. It's weird. That car showed up and somebody cleared all the snow off of our front lawn at the same time. If you ask me, it was some local artisans, some kind of prankster children with something to prove.